Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Vaughn with Singing News. And guess what? Bailey's back. And we are here today with a new group that just signed with Crossroads and Horizon Records, the Chitans. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is a brother and sister group from Canada who right now you guys told me that you're in Grenada, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So you have some international flair in your family. Now, was everyone born in Canada, or what's your background of where you were born?
Well, our parents are from Grenada.
Okay.
Four of us are born in Canada, and Jesse is born in America.
Okay. Well, I'm going to introduce all of you, and I'm going to tell everybody about how many instruments you play because I feel woefully behind on this because this is impressive. So there's Kezia, and you play the piano, alto sax, drums, violin, and you are learning the acoustic guitar, tenor sax, and viola. And then Keandra, did I say that correctly? Okay. Piano, flute, drums, rhythm and bass guitar, and you're learning the viola, violin, and cello. Can you do any of this? Yeah, me either. Jesse, you play the piano, drums, bass guitar, and violin. And Jaden is the piano, violin, alto sax. And Carlena is piano and violin. That is impressive. How noisy is it at your house?
Oh, that is the right question to ask. It is very noisy. I don't know how our parents put up with us.
Now, are your parents musically inclined as well?
Yes, they used to sing before we were born. They like to joke and say that they play the radio. But my dad, he plays the guitar. He doesn't like to say that he plays the guitar because he doesn't think he plays well. In my opinion, he does. My mom can play a bit of piano. And yeah, like I said, they used to sing before we were born.
Wow, that is amazing. So y'all have played with and sang with some pretty impressive people. Linda Randall, the Nealons, the Collingsworth family, the Talleys, Guy Penrod, Bobby Jones, Russ Taff, Bill Gaither. You have Bill Gaither's stamp of approval. That is so cool. And you have sung in Canada, the U.S., the UK, Kenya, Bermuda, you name it, the list goes on and on. You've even sung at the White House and the U.S. Congress, where you were awarded a congressional award for your volunteer work in 2012. That is amazing. What spurs you to do this at such a young age?
Well, God has been really good. I can't say we decided that we were going to be singers or anything like that. We were just singing at our home church, and it would started going to different churches, and basically it formed into a ministry where we just go around different places singing. And honestly, it's a God thing. Like if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be where we are, the amazing opportunities that we have. And, we just want to reach people for Christ. That's the most important thing to us, reaching other people for Christ.
Yeah. So we want to know a little bit more about y'all. So Bailey's got some fun questions.
Who is the loudest?
Ooh, who is the loudest?
That would probably be me.
Yeah, I think it might be me. In terms of singing, yeah, it would be Keandra. Yeah. I think the person who laughs the loudest is Jaden, though. Yeah.
Who's the quietest?
Oh, Jaden.
Yeah.
Who's the messiest?
Jaden.
Who's the most organized?
Probably me.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah.
So how did you start doing Southern gospel? I mean, you've been exposed to everything, and having grown up in Canada, I wouldn't think that that's necessarily something that you would have great access to. But as we know, Southern gospel isn't just for the Southern United States. It is a full genre. But it's always interesting to me when somebody who grows up in another country becomes interested in that genre.
Well, when we were growing up, we were listening to Southern gospel music. Like, at least every Friday we had Southern gospel music on. There's a channel in Canada called Vision TV. Mm-hmm. And every Friday at 9 p.m., the Gaither Homecomings would come on. So every Friday night we'd watch that, and my grandmother, she is a devout Southern gospel fan. She would watch it 9 p.m., 12 o'clock, then it comes at like 5 in the morning, and then another time during the day. So even if it's the same episode, she'll watch it at each time.
Wow.
My parents, as I said, are from Grenada, and they grew up listening to like the Hempfields, the Rambos, Chuck Wagon Gang, and Jimmy Swaggart. They grew up listening to that kind of music when they were young as well on the radio. And so we've been listening to Southern gospel music since we were born. And it's kind of funny that, people think that, Southern gospel music isn't sung in Canada. But like I was telling my friend the other day, it's amazing in Canada, like at least in our churches, like we see people singing music like from different genres. We'll see like black gospel music, southern gospel music, country gospel, all sorts of different types of music. But you have a lot of people singing southern gospel music, at least in Toronto.
Yeah, that is amazing. So who are your musical influences? I know you said a few names in there. I'd love to hear some more.
Okay. Jaden, would you like to go first?
Greater Vision and Brian Free Insurance.
Okay.
The Collingsworth family, the Gaither Vocal Band,
The Irwins.
The Hoppers are great influence in our music. The very first song we sang was a Hopper song.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are we missing anybody, Carolina?
Just
Oh, yeah. This is a big happy neck right here.
Joseph, my buddy. When you come to Nashville, make sure you let me know, and I'll make sure that you get to meet Joseph.
Ooh, thank you. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So you have put out 2 new singles, Set Apart and Jesus is Moving. Why did you choose those 2 songs?
I believe both of those songs have very great messages. They happen to be written by the same young lady. Her name is Sandy Blythe. And I think Set Apart is a song that really needs to be heard these days. Sometimes we feel like, we need to be like the world or, fit in basically. But God has called us to be set apart. We recently recorded an episode of our blog kind of saying how we happened upon these songs and what they mean to us. And Set Apart, I mentioned in there that we're not an everyday spoon. We are a chosen vessel that, God has set us apart for a special purpose. And then when it comes to Jesus is Moving, it's just amazing to think that, God is mindful of us. David said, "Who am I that thou art mindful of me?" Right. And God is so big, yet he sees us for so small, and he is willing to move on our behalf to listen to what we have to say, to change our situation. And I think it's a nice reminder, a beautiful reminder to give people.
So you have a really interesting event coming up this weekend. I believe May 30th is the date. And it's a 24-hour concert entitled Jesus is Moving. It's a live stream. It has Brian Free Insurance, the Tallies, the Wisnets, the McNeils. Those are from the U.S. And then you have artists from Canada, Jamaica, and South Africa. Lots more coming on board as well. How did that come about?
Well, as you know, we are in the time of COVID-19 and everybody's at home. So we started doing family worship on Friday nights, just for people who probably don't have anything to do on a Friday night. And, who doesn't enjoy worship? So we said we do a worship session every Friday. And then my dad had the idea, what about a worldwide concert? And the goal behind it is, there are so many people who are at home right now, and they probably have nothing to do. Some of them might be depressed. Some of them might not know what the future holds, and they're just scared. And we don't worry about tomorrow because we have Jesus on our side. We know that no matter what it is that we're going through, he has a good reason for everything. So we figured this is a great opportunity for people around the world to hear about Christ. That they'll have the time. They might be searching, and you know, with it being a 24-hour concert, it might be just intriguing enough for them to, you know, like 24 hours, there's no way they can pull this off. So, you know, I think it's a great way to, you know, get other people to start thinking about it. And then if they join in, then they'll get to hear the great gospel. We have not just singers singing, but we also have preachers preaching during this concert. So our goal is, you know, to reach as many people for Christ, and we hope that, you know, we will be able to achieve that goal for this concert.
So do you know how people can get to the concert? Is there a certain website for it?
Well, we will have links to where it will be streaming on our website,
Okay.
but it'll be streams on both Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, so we can go to your Facebook pages and your YouTube pages.
Yes,
Sounds good. That's very exciting. I cannot wait to see what God has in store for you next. I think it's going to be an amazing, fun ride for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And everyone, you can download and stream the Chitans music wherever you get your digital products from. So we are very excited and can't wait till you come to Nashville and come see us in the Singing News office. And I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you. Likewise. I really enjoyed being with you today. And thank you, Bailey, for the questions.
Thanks so much, guys.